Hi everyone, Ohayo gozaimasu. Welcome! This channel is for Japanese learners of English. Kiyomo shadowing no lesson wo yarakimashou. Listen to today's real native conversation. Focus on the rhythm and shadow along. Practice daily to master tango, bunpao, hatsuan, and rhythm. Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Zehi. Channel no toroku wo onegai shimasu. Okay, are you ready? Here we go.
Ever get that feeling you could just walk to your destination? It's like, not too far, not too close, just right. How do you say that in English? Well, that's what we are going to talk about today.
Exactly. It's that sweet spot,
Yeah.
Not needing a car, but also not a marathon. That in-between area, that's what walking distance is all about.
Right, and it's not just about distance, but more about convenience. You want to find out if your destination is reachable on foot without too much sweat. That's where some specific phrases come into play.
Yeah, and there's some common ways people say it. Let's take within walking distance. That's a common one.
That's the one you hear all the time, right? It suggests the destination is near enough to walk to comfortably, without a huge time commitment. Like, is the station within walking distance?
Exactly. It's asking if it's practically feasible to walk, not just physically possible. And then there is a stone's throw away.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. It's super common, too, and it paints a picture, Is the nearest station just a stone's throw away? That's saying it's really close, right?
It literally suggests that, like you can throw a stone and reach it, but more figuratively, it indicates a really short distance. It's not like you would actually throw stones, but just a way of saying it's nearby.
And it's slightly different from walking distance. You can use a stone's throw to describe physical closeness.
Got it. Within walking distance focuses on the practicality of walking, like how long it take you to get there comfortably.
So, within walking distance is more about feasibility, while a stone's throw away is simply about proximity.
Right. Then you also hear, in walking distance. But is it proper?
Well, some might consider in walking distance a bit informal, maybe even a bit ungrammatical. You might get away with it, but within walking distance is preferred.
It's interesting. You can also use walking distance itself as a noun to refer to the distance itself.
Yeah.
For example, it is within walking distance.
Yeah, like the hotel is in walking distance of the beach, right? It works well as a description.
Exactly. And you can use walking distance from to specify the starting point, like my workplace is within walking distance from where I live.
That's a good way to put it, making it clear the walking distance is from one specific point to another. And what about when you're making a suggestion, like, how about we walk a bit?
Oh, that's a good one. You might try, what if we walk a bit? Which is a super simple way to suggest a walk. It works fine.
Yeah, A is casual, inviting, but you could also go, shall we walk for a bit?
It is a little more polite, maybe more suitable in some formal situations, but generally both are good.
So what about using by foot?
Well, by foot is correct, but it's more like stating the mode of transportation. Like, you can go there by foot, or it is possible on foot.
Yeah, it's more about how you will get there rather than how far it is.
Right. It's not so much about the distance, but more about the means, and it's usually used in a context where you're contrasting it with other forms of transportation. Makes sense. So you got, within walking distance, a stone's throw away. What if we walk a bit? They're all little different, but will be useful depending on the context.
Exactly. It's all about getting the right vibe, the right expression for what you want to say,
Yeah, and that's the whole thing, isn't it? Using these phrases to express those distances perfectly without any trouble.
All right, we've finished today's lesson. How did you find it? 理解できない部分はありませんでしたか? Repeat and try again tomorrow if needed. Please let me know your kansa or request in the comments. ぜひ channel no toroku wo onegai shimasu. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. See you next time. Bye-bye.